Oh wait, I can as high roll. Never lucky. This is so bad, this flipping Auberon. Oh my days.
We've caught another taskmaster. We must open our gate forthwith.
Having said that, this is pretty good. Like, this is what you're looking for. Like, this is so many points. Let's go. Parasite is popping off, man. We get Winter Queen as well. What a play, right? What if we just pass now? Like, what if we honestly pass? Hello, man, from Passiflora. Look at the 3 points, man. Look at this broken card. Holy moly. Fits the deck perfectly. Yes, guys, what's up? It's Speci here, and today it's Sunset Wanderers in Monsters. This is my favourite deck I've played this season. I've had really good results with it, maybe like a 70-75% win rate, something like that. And yeah, if you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, and let me know in the comments, what deck do you want to see next from me? Sunset Wanderers, of course, a free card with WitcherCon. You can all get it. All you have to do is play 100 cards. And White Frost recently got changed to synergize very nicely with the Wild Hunt card. So if there's Frost in the opposite row and you play a Wild Hunt card in that row, it's going to get boosted by 1. That means Eredin is going to come in at a 7 because you just play Frost instantly in the opposite row. And very similar also, the Naglfar's crew just getting buffed by a point in this deck unconditionally because you Frost the opposite row, and it's going to come in at 3 points straight away because it's going to go to 2, and then it's going to grow 1 point per turn for every turn of Frost. Also, the other big Wild Hunt card is the Bruiser. The Bruiser just turns into a brute in this deck. Really good. If your opponent is just row stacking, you use a leader charge and then move something like that. It can be really good to disperse the rows, and it's just a really good value card with a little bit of control. And the other big benefit of playing Devotion in this deck, of course, you get Sunset Wanderers. You get to play Heatwave, and I've tried a Devotion version of this deck. It will be on the screen somewhere here, maybe up here, maybe up here. If you want to see that, this is the better version though, because the meta, there's decks like Cloggers, Foltest that we just need answers to, and White Frost lends itself really nicely to a control deck because you've got lots of Frost, uninteractivity, and also you can use the movement on the leader to move a defender and then Heatwave what is behind it. So the deck just works out really bloody nicely. Now we're going to build the deck, looking first at the neutral cards we're playing that are Devotion payoffs. So we are playing Portal into Aen Elle Conquerors. Now Aen Elle Conquerors are a Devotion card that is great. It's one of the biggest reasons to play the Devotion version of this, but we can still make use of them to some degree with Portal because it skips the deploy even though we're non-Devotion. We've got a 14-point Portal. It's not quite Portal Fish Flappers because they're not going to get the armor and heal, but it's still really good. And important in what it gives us a proactive, high tempo play, and also 2 thinning just means that with cards like Maxii, we just don't quite need to rely as much on using a card like a Neuromancy. The only consistency card we've got is Maxii. She's going to do the job for us. Okay, so another big payoff for this that you guys are going to love in a non-Devotion deck is Vaedermakar. This is the perfect deck for him and the Scepter of Storms. Scepter of Storms is like a Frost on a stick, so it's quite bad in that sense. However, the synergy comes in because this is just really a 4 provision card. You can play Red Riders at 5 provisions now, which is going to be getting you a whole extra turn of Frost and the ability to spread the rows as well. But if you've got Scepter of Storms down on the board, or Scepter as I like to call it, you then play the Vaedermakar, and if you've got Frost on both rows, that's going to increase the duration of both rows by 3, giving you 3 extra turns of Frost on both rows. That's 6 ticks of Frost in total. Obviously Frost is 2 points per turn, but it's also even more with Eredin. And of course we're also playing a single Ancient Foglet as well, which is going to benefit even more. So you want to have the Scepter down early. It's uninteractive, which just sort of plays into the theme of this control deck. You then play the Vader, and then you play the Foglet this turn after. You might be wondering why not 2 Foglets. If you play 2, it's kind of diminishing returns because you really want to time the Vader. You want to play the Vader, then the Foglet, and you also want to get your Eredin down as well. So I'm going to zoom through the rest of the deck, but we're playing Auberon. Auberon in a non-Devotion deck. Obviously, double Wild Hunt tag can be really nice to find a Purify, a Berserker, also the Naglfar's crew. But bear in mind, both the Conqueror and the The Conqueror's bad, the Rider's terrible too. Okay, Winter Queen's in the deck. She's just another card that's going to thin from our deck, give us a bit of consistency. We're also, unsurprisingly, if we're playing Portal, we're playing Madoc. It, again, fits into the theme of the deck, and Dancing Stars are a great option. But I think I've decided to go for a Northern Wind at the moment and a Moon Dust. And this deck's going to be really unpolarized. It's one thing I hate about it. I'm only playing a few 4 provision cards. I've really tried to polarize the deck more and play more 4s, but it's just because the Wild Hunt cards are good in at 5p. We're playing a single Red Riders. Red Riders gives us the option to spread the rows to thin the Winter Queen. We can go for precision if our opponent is row stacking. That's going to work really nicely. We're also playing a Phantom. Phantom is going to do a great job of being proactive. As well as just giving us like a little bit of extra reach on our removal cards with the Order. Of course, it's going to get buffed if it's in Frost as well, if we open it up in Frost. Parasite and Dorregaray complete the deck. So Dorregaray, like another reason to play non-devotion. We're playing Tactical Advantage because you can use it on your Phantom in some situations if you're expecting people to poison you. Obviously, be careful of playing into Invo and Heatwave, but also you can use a Tactical Advantage onto a Naglfar's crew to keep it alive. There's the deck. It's a banger. I'm doing really well. I hope you do enjoy it. Like the video if you enjoy it. And then remember, in the comments, let me know what decks you want to see me play next. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the games. Madoc. Winter Queen.
Close ranks.
You know. We have the Dragon, Dancing Stars, and Phantom. I think this is good. I like the look of it, honestly. So Winter Queen's got to go. No bricks, so we keep it. Hand just looks pretty clean here. One thing, again, that I would like is the Red Riders in round 1, just so we can go for the spread without using a leader charge. But I also think it's fine to just not overrate the leader, because we're going to have cards like Eredin for later on that are applying weather. If we've got Eredin and 2 leader charges, it's already a lot of weather, right? Kind of overdoing it.
A coat of arms is nothing you choose. Dare not mock mine.
We make certain the Naglfar is...
We start with the weather here, because we're likely going to move it soon anyway. And the shield's just going to tank damage, so... If we also go for the movement next turn, we would get the Winter Queen, right? And this is why this leader is just good with Heatwave. Like, look at this. So free, right? Like, look at the combo. We move. We get the Winter Queen. Don't even have to Heatwave it, guys. We can flipping Parasite it. Let's go. This is huge. This is so cheap.
Only the pure white of snow. All else disgusting.
We waste a point of weather, but who bloody cares, mate? We just traded Parasite for Full Test and a leader charge. What a time to be alive, guys. Obviously, we could play like an offensive Purifier, but you have to... I don't know. I think you just don't need it with the leader. I think we need to look at this leader as a leader we're fine to commit in round 1, especially if we win the round on even. Oh, we could have bombed it even. Oh, you're right. That was terrible. Okay, I just misplayed. We literally just would have done this. Do you have an in-game overlay showing? Well, you might be right, actually. Wait, in-game overlay. The chat? What are you on about, Ben? Oh my god, I thought you glitched my game. I thought you were telling me some sort of glitch. My game like froze. I can't believe I wasted this flipping Parasite, mate. Devastating. Well, here comes the Bruiser. Let's make sure we play it in the opposite row to the Frost. So, this is why we play the card, right? This just played for 9. How many points? A lot. 8 points. No, it played for 10. This is a 10, guys. Jeez. It's bloody good, right? This is why I want to play 2 of them as well. So we could still consider just ditching Phantom for another one. And then improving this by what? 2 provisions and 9. Just wasn't much we fancied at 9. Handgate Sword.
Scurvy? Nah, fake elven news.
I don't hate the idea of just using my full leader here and winning on even, honestly. Keeps this engine on. Get my Foglet down.
A superb specimen.
Seems pretty good, honestly. I can just go for the Red Riders spread as well now, right? Thin the Madoc. Save the portal. Hopefully save Sunset. That will be a bit upsetting.
Superb specimen, truly.
This should just get us across the line, right? We're not even. And we did commit leaders, which is expensive. I should have obviously flipping used a D-bomb and thinned my Madoc. Still have Parasite, which makes it is a big deal. But now we can just pass, right? Like, okay, you could argue the double leader charge is overkill, but you've also got to remember by using the leader early, we keep the Sunset Wanderers, which is going to be so devastating for a push here, right? If we didn't use both leader charges, Sunset Wanderers would have been, you know, gone forever. Again, we should have Parasite and thin the Madoc as one downside without doubt. Do you have an in-game overlay showing you the chat? No. I've not. Sorry, Bane. I'm very confused. Not a clue. I'm going to say no. Oh, I see what you mean. The chat. Ugh, mate. I'm having one of those days. Nah, I've got 2 monitors. I just have like my OBS on a different screen with the chat. Does that answer your question yet? I was just being a bit of a drip, unfortunately. I'm kind of feeling like the Phantom might be a bait. I'm heatwaving when they play. I'm passing when they play Siege, guys. I don't want to heatwave it. I would like to play another card though. Like something like that. It was not working, man. I think I didn't have the rights to get there. I think someone blacklisted me. And then I called them out and I've been vindicated. It's a bit of a joke. I've still not thinned my Madoc, so I'm quite tempted to play a bomb here, but I've already used Assault. So a Siege engine. I mean, they can just use leader charges, right? I think it's fine. It's a bit of a weak play. But I get this as well, right? It's a lot of points. Do we want it or do we not want it? I feel like it's got to be worth it, right? Why not just pass? Because we just put so much temp. Okay.
Yet another
Okay.
horn for my collection.
Because they can just use leader charges and stuff, right? So much tempo into Siege. True. True. Voice crack. Still got Madoc in the deck. Stinker. I think we have to play the second Bruiser, mate. It was just so good in this round 1, wasn't it? Played for 10 points. That's ridiculous. The Parasite felt amazing, even though I didn't even need it. The Naglfar's crew did the job. We're going to find Scepter now as well, isn't it? And even if we don't, Vaedermakar is still like a 10-point card. Pretty good. Just make sure we don't have too much weather, which I don't think we will. No leader charges remaining. This card's good as well, mate. Oh my days. Is the Foglet actually good here? I'm not convinced the Foglet's that good. Don't want to hit Madoc, unfortunately. Kind of screwed myself. Would have been able to take this extra mulligan. Obviously Maxi wouldn't be ideal either, but we ditched the Ancient Foglet. I think it's fine. I don't think it was going to be that good. This is just another example of where, like, we don't really need the points here. This isn't actually doing much. It's just frost. Like, Red Riders would be better. What a card, mate. Hello? How is that even fair? And look, we've even got the dragon to just clean up. It's all coming to plan. They're going to try and keep the ballista alive by like playing stuff next to it. And we've got the Falla Bomb. How do we feel now about playing Frost? Bomb kills all? Does it? No, it's 8 points. Only have 3 damage on the bomb. Phantom's just going to die. We're going to be using its order. I was going to Frost. Don't think that's the play. Yes, easy game. Hit the 3? What? Why would I do that? Just high roll, man. Gotta believe. You sink the damage into the engine, right? We want it low to the floor because then we can kill it with this as well. Get in, guys. This is all going to plan. I need to try and make sure I play my Wild Hunt cards on the Frost turns as well, right? Why do they play into this? It's peculiar. Isn't it? It's quite peculiar. Happens, Vassal. But it's just worth sinking the damage into the thing we're trying to kill, innit? Definitely feel like I'm low on Frost here. That's because I missed Scepter, I think, and I have no leader charges. But if I was to commit these leader charges more frequently and I had a second Red Riders, I would feel really good about it. Because the leader charge commitment just got us in such a good spot here.
Are you cold, human insect? It won't be long now.
Oh! We got Scepter. We still need the... Like, this is what I'm saying. Where's my movement card, dude? And we might get it off of Auberon, I guess. Auberon to the rescue. Eredin's going to get dueled. I'm fairly sure. So we should develop our weather first. Well, I know Eredin is weather. But just like the Scepter, the Vaedermakar, right? Eredin. Look at this Vaedermakar. So good, Cap. Look at this Eredin. Look at my lack of movement, guys. We need a second Bruiser. Or maybe we just shouldn't use the second leader charge. One leader charge would have gone a long way. Has to be said. This is where you just want to split the rows, isn't it?
We've to rise above, go beyond, become more.
You shall die, world. As dead as a creature.
Phantom finisher as well, right? So broken.
The North, Temeria.
What? Hello?
Semper Fi!
Sad thing is I literally can't kill it because I still don't have this flipping... Oh wait, I can. It's high roll. Never lucky. This is so bad, this flipping Auberon. Oh my days.
We've caught another taskmaster.
Good thing it doesn't matter. How? Where are their dual cards? Why did I not develop the Phantom, guys? Why did no one tell me to develop the Phantom, huh? Why did you guys tell me to mulligan this Foglet that would have played for like 100 points? Range Vaedermakar, yeah. What a moment.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. We're in for a long, dark night.
Glad I mulligan this flipping juicer. What an easy game though, guys. Really was impressively easy. If only I pushed into the siege a bit more, guys, right? Yeah, you have to play the Vader first, right? That's the workaround.
You shall die, worm.
We could also just play like a Moon Dust, as somebody said, right? Could be one provision and then we just do something else. But God knows what we do with the provisions. Is it what? So we could play Moon Dust instead of these? Maybe. I just feel like Dancing Stars are really good. Having the 4 removal though is also really good. So maybe we just say we play Moon Dust. Maybe that is the right approach. Proactivity. Where are you? This is the problem with kicking Avalak, right? It's Maxii Phantom. Basically we've got... I mean, we could also have like this if I was using a different setup, right?
We make certain that Naglfar is ever sated.
Friday. I mean, it starts today in Gwent, but the actual like thing is on Friday, 7 PM Central European Summertime. I'm going to be streaming it. I think Lionheart I'm going to be joined by. He's going to be doing a stream. Just chilling and cool. Tears maybe going to be there too. I'm not 100% sure. Just spoke to him a bit this morning about it. Should be fun. Obviously, like all the Gwent tournaments, they were casting. And I did the last one, so I've not actually been able to hang out with them for like an event, so it should be pretty fun. Should be decent. Feel like this opening play was kind of fine from us, right? Had a feeling that one might happen. Definitely a deck we want to be going second with. Oh, it's pissing it down. And I'm on the TLG podcast. I forgot it's tomorrow. It's kind of crazy. Guys, I'm on the TLG podcast. Life is a bit of a blur, mate. England are in the flipping finals of the Euros. Hi, Nolan. 8 months, mate. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. HP, bad news, mate. I really just need to delete that because it's old. If I listen to music on stream, I get DMCA'd, so I can't really do it. Unfortunately, I really should delete it. I'm sorry for lying to you. One day, when it comes back, I will let you know, though. You'll be the first to find out.
My ice will pierce both your hearts and minds.
I need to lose 1 point on the Frost Rex. My card grows. So this is just a good example of why the Red Riders is so good. Just don't have to commit a leader charge, but I managed to thin my stuff. It's a problem. I honestly might just debomb it, unironically. How could I resist, man? They're going for it.
Oh, you've done it now. Only one of us will still stand by the end of the day.
Just take the D-bomb, right? Maybe we don't. Maybe we just pass. We're happy, like they play Justice, trades for Sunset, and a bomb. It's fine by me, mate, honestly. Justice is way more valuable, I think. Nice, this is what we were looking for last round, but you get it. So you can do a bleed with Portal. I think the Bruiser can go here. I have double leader charge still. Maxi's obviously kind of good. I just don't want to push another Mulligan no matter what here, though. We just need to disrupt the drill and stuff, right? If we see Cleaver, we could pass if it doesn't get ahead. If they do get ahead with Cleaver, we probably just move it and maybe play Naglfar's Crew or something, I don't know. Hey Kit, what's up? This is another place you would like a bomb, because you just basically get kind of free value in this round too, right? We also could be playing Northern Wind, Flying Redanian, Commandos, Madoc decks. You just go double Northern Wind. We say we don't need the Moon Dust because of the leader, maybe. It's a very weak start. Let's just play this. This is beautiful.
Are you cold, human insect? It won't be long now.
It's our engine ticking. Now we can play the Phantom. Front row. Damage. Just gonna play coming in at 8, guys. That's amazing. It's not that good. Is Phantom really the card? I'm not convinced. And it's just good because you can have like the damage floating, right, to give you more removal. It's proactive as well. We don't have many proactive cards in this deck. Going Phantom TA is pretty good as well because of the fact it's got Veil. It's definitely good enough, right? Should be in the deck. It does belong. So we could pass, but again, I want to sort of disrupt. Quite happy to honestly maybe even slam the Auberon for just tempo here. Gonna be moving this.
Ha! Yet another horn for my collection.
So a lot of tempo. Can be uninteractive in round 3 as well, with like Scepter, Eredin. We've still just got decent enough cards in it. Alright, there's the cleaver. I think we can just pass now then. My Phantom keeps ticking. Spend 3 times, mate. 3 leader charges if you want me to not pass. Eight points off Phantom isn't that impressive, though, I have to say. But again, it's got to be worth it. An order of damage, I think, is just good for this deck. We can also just use it as free removal on deploy. Yo! Rashid, guys, chat, you have to forgive me, I'm kind of out of it. Rashid, hi. It is coming home, mate, isn't it? It is diving home. So be it. Imagine thinking I care. Nah, I do, it's not ideal. In fairness, we should have had a penalty before. You could get it in kegs, just. Yo, Kanga. No, English is fantastic, mate. It's honestly the best English I've heard all day. Congratulations. We don't need Avalac in this deck, innit? You know, like, look how consistent it is. We could look for the Vader, but I kind of like the hand, honestly. It's pretty smooth. We could ditch the Scepter. Scepter's kind of not doing much in it. This is just still good. It's a 10-point card. This was what, like a 6? This is better, right? Better card. This is actually just a 4p bronze card. The round's not long enough either, I don't think, to get the massive Vader stuff ticking.
Most villainous.
Maybe we could have just gone leader charge, D-bomb. And finished it off with this. Yeah, mate, WitcherCon. They've even got the Toss a Coin to Your Witcher theme tune in Gwent, Rashid. It's like all sorts of beginner stuff for WitcherCon. Like, play a game, you get kegs and stuff. It's kind of banging, honestly. And it's going to be... The Gwent part of WitcherCon is in between. So, right at the start of WitcherCon, there's like a panel with, like, the actors. Not Henry Cavill, in fairness, but, like, Yennefer's there, Ciri, and, like, the show writer as well. And then... and yeah, these are from the Witcher show, right? And then,
Premium grade.
so sick, man. Gwent and Witcher Netflix actually linking up. I'm so gassed. I mean, they're clearly struggling for proactivity, so whatever. Let's do that. So gassed, guys. It's actually huge, mate. So yeah, after the panel, it's Welcome to Gwent, the Witcher card game.
You'll suffer the
Hello?
consequences of your foolishness.
So good.
As dead as a creature.
If I do a small part, yeah, that'll be sick. I was actually thinking when they announced it, I wonder if like anyone we know is going to be on the Gwent panel. As in like, I mean, I'm sure there will be, like Bruiser, I'm sure will be showing up. But I was more thinking like, imagine if like flipping Tia or Lionheart's there or some bullshit. Maybe Spessie's going to make an appearance, who knows? Maybe I've got a secret I've been keeping you from you guys. Who knows? Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't.
Don't trouble yourself with pleas for mercy.
Of course we didn't kill the bloody Madoc, by the way. Typical. This is a stink, mate.
Board up the windows, bar the doors, stow the animals inside.
Did nothing. This was terrible. This hand was terrible. But I think it's only bad because I should just be winning, right? I'm fairly sure I was supposed to use my leader charge earlier on the Witch Finder, right? I didn't need to heatwave her. I should have heatwaved the Jackal. Or the Jack. But in fairness, doesn't look like they even have one. Is Auberon still worth it, guys? What do you think about Auberon, everyone? Considering there's 2 bricks from Auberon, it's not great, is it, really?
Slow, ain't ya?
We must open our gate forthwith.
Having said that, this is pretty good. Like, this is what you're looking for. Like, this is so many points. There's what? Flipping 16, was it? 16 points? You can't really say no. Deck is broken, mate, to be honest.
A superb specimen, truly.
You shall die, worm.
But thank you, Freddy. Going first again. Bit of a stinker, so not what you want to see. I don't want to overcommit on blue again. Could do with Maxi. I feel like Foglet's really bad on this side of the coin. So we're slamming the portal, which is a bit scary. Yeah, non-devotion is just a lot better. You just need the heat wave, right? It's the main thing, honestly. You could try and play Imrith, devotion. It's unironically probably your next best bet. So we miss Maxi, we miss Phantom. They're like the ideal openers, but definitely proactivity is a problem. Of course, we could play a different lead. We could play different stratagem as well. But I think it's just worth playing this one. So I think the Foglet's just really good for its provision cost, honestly. Skellige Storm. Don't know. Interesting idea. You could play one Fog. I think the card's just really good though. Honestly. So obviously we could frost this. Kind of like it, honestly. Gets rid of the armor. We have Parasite at the end of the day, right? And also Madoc's then got a better chance of spawning in the right row.
Onward! Attack!
I mean, maybe we should have just taken the D-bomb. We could just go Parasite leader charge, save the heat wave. But we could also just heat wave it. Let's go. Parasite is popping off, man. We get Winter Queen as well. What a play, right? What if we just pass now? Like, what if we honestly pass? We're the tempo passers now.
Scrub this, scrub that, for fuck's sake, I'm sick of these chores.
We don't want to flip in. I don't know. We've got the Heatwave for Siege still, you know. Assault's a card. We don't really want to push into round 2. We just hit with, and look at our Sunset Wanderers go, mate. I don't think we do lose. We've got Heatwave for Siege. We used flipping Parasite. And like, I think this is good. We'd actually rather have second say. We can just be annoying with an uninteractive. And look at the Sunset Wanderers carryover as well. This is great. Whereas if we played a card here, they would have just passed, right? I think I just prefer this. I'm going first. What am I on about? Isn't it better to go? I don't know. I'm a bit confused. To be honest. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. I feel like it is. Need a dry pass card. Guess this is it. What is the worst card here? True. Played Madoc. It's unlikely that both these cards will be in my best round 3 hand anyway. I think the Bruiser's better.
We make certain the Naglfar is ever sated. You humans, so brittle.
Right, I could use 2 cards for more points, but there's no other. I think all these cards on the left are probably in my best hand. Because I have the Scepter, the Vaeder's. Phantom's good, obviously. And realistic, I think Naglfar's Crew is the worst card here anyway. There's got to be an improvement somewhere. Foglet, Bruiser, Bomb would all be an improvement, I think. I think this is good, I can keep it. I am a bit worried about Madoc being drawn with Sunset. So, kind of misplayed on that side of things. We could look for the Foglet though. It's true. Bombs would also be good. Phew. Okay, so we need to be really careful of the whole Madoc situation, right? I could have just played a bomb in the last round. Like I could have played the D-bomb on my own card to thin the Madoc, right? Could have played the card, the Bruiser, bombed my own card to thin the Madoc, which just means I wouldn't be able to top deck it off of Sunset. Yeah, or just played the Madoc. Agreed. If I didn't draw it. There's also just the self-bomb, right? But yeah, it would have been even better to just do that. Good to know. It's quite an opening play as well, I would say. Can't be too unhappy about that. So... I mean, it just seems like a Scepter. Damage. Get the weather ticking straight away, we have loads of it. Don't mess around, innit? He's good with the fact that he's buffed by the frost, right? If we play this in the opposite row, both Wild Hunt cards get buffed by 1. Obviously in Devotion he's better, but with this leader as well, like the Bruiser's so good in certain situations, innit? So Frost ticking along as well. I think we're just going to win this by a lot of points.
My great-granddaughter will do great things.
So I would like to go Red Riders after I go Vader. The problem here is... So I guess I just go Red Riders, Vader, Foglet, something like that. I could also just go Precision on this road, right? And move something to the back. They're trying to play around the weather, right? But we've got the leader, so it doesn't matter.
Best looking storm I've charmed up in a long while.
What a deck, guys. Hello? Look at this. This is so good. I have a little bit too much weather. But it's also just points on the Foglet, so who cares, right? There's also just like no points going for the Eredin yet. He's just going to die straight away, so... Kill that. Like, even though we're losing Foglet points, there's definitely like a competition, right, between the other cards and the Foglets. So maybe one Foglet is actually enough. I could honestly see it. Can see it. Because you want to get the Vader first, right? I could see us cutting a Foglet. It's kind of interesting. Card is clearly good though. But like, it's competing for Eredin value here as well. And also a Bruiser. Like, I would happy if I find a Bruiser or a Warrior that's worth it. In fact, I'm gonna go for it.
We must open our gate. Forthwith.
Bruiser's better, right? I mean, we say only one, but I mean, we had the luxury of playing these other cards first, just because we're against an engine deck. We wanted to answer their cards, and they're still gonna. This first one's coming in at 9. Second one's coming in at 8. And then +3 on each. 12 and 11. It's pretty good. But I can definitely see an argument for just playing one of them. A Lava. Yeah, Lava does seem like a nice idea. Dorregaray would also be nice. I do think that most decks are playing that Purifier though, so I kind of stand by that idea of not bothering. But I want to go Eredin really, right? But it's 2 points per turn. I'm losing out on 2 points on the Foglet as well though, so... It's pretty close though, which is quite scary. This doesn't feel great, does it? Really? But it's just because we had to go for the other things first to answer their engines. It's kind of like still a luxury to have. But not getting the Eredin down for all this time. It's all competing a bit too much, isn't it? Kind of close, honestly. Yeah, but Eredin's an engine, right? He's 2 points per turn. Jeez. So close, actually. It's really bad. It's really bad how close that was. Is it right? Like the Bruiser's the juicer card here.
Snitches get stitches.
It's the same. We could not play Naglfar's crew and Red Riders, but they're just good. Get the Naglfar, right? Also, imagine a hand here where we had double Ancient Foglet would just be really bad. Can't it just be a point slam deck? I mean, what Death Wish cards are you going to play? Like, if you're playing Koshi, you're playing Force of Nature, you've not got this leader. Right? If you want to play Koshi, you don't play this leader. So just a completely different deck. It's the same as, like, you could play a Kelly. Kelly's a good card, but if you're playing Kelly, you're playing a different leader.
It's been a long, hard road, hasn't it?
Imagine we had a Dancing Star here compared to a Northern Wind or Moondust, for example. It's just a lot better, right, to have the 4. Does go a long way.
He's tried our catch of the day.
Like, also the bombs, the Madoc package. You just want some control, man. There's like, you can play the you can play the whatever they're called, natural selections. They're just not the same. To be completely honest, they're just not the same. So go ahead, Foglet here. It's kind of bad, but. An engine, right? If they want to slam Horson, I don't really care. Philippa's also just kind of troll, right? It's a bit of a weird play, honestly. So if we to go leader here, get. It's just not worth it, right? Just be annoying. Beautiful. So we could just go leader, bomb. That's enough. Scepter's a 4 tempo play. Let's go leader, bomb here, right?
You shall never know peace again.
So cheap. Yeah, maybe I should have just gone for the spread. Maybe I misplayed, right? But if I went spread, they would have just damaged windscreen. I'd have Professor in hand, for example. Being uninteractive is good. I don't really want the Maxi, to be honest. I have Portal in hand. That's all she's really there for.
Nothing rivals skinning a unicorn.
I think any card you have to assume it's on the board with its effect, but yeah, it's would have been cool if it did, that's for sure.
I'm dead serious.
My collection's pride. Ever witnessed anything?
What a pass, right? Siggy and Saul for Portal. Got the banish as well. They're getting 3, right? Man, I love this deck, man. I love this deck, guys, I have to say. Some control monsters. Very wholesome. Very wholesome. You can see what I mean about the polarization though. Look how many like provisions are going to be stuck in the deck at the end of the game. It's just never going to be a situation where we play all our cards. We're going to, like all our expensive cards, we're mulliganing 5s rather than 4s, that kind of thing, right? Fairly sure the Bruiser goes. Just hope we don't hit the Maxi. This is why I would like the Fowler bombs, but you have to say the Moondusts all felt good. Because you do want a bomb in your hand as well. You do want to play one bomb into each round. We had the Northern Wind, and now we have a 4 damage bomb, which again is actually really good. So even though it looks less polarized, we are just kind of averaging more points on each card, right? Maybe the key is to just ditch a crew, ditch a Bruiser, ditch the Dorregaray. Maybe these are the cards the bombs are actually worth it. I don't know. This is a weird one, I think. Just accept that, it's fine. So what are we still scared of? Horson, obviously, is a bit of a problem. We could go for the Auberon here, maybe. Auberon has dominance, so he's never going to be that bad. Like a Navigator would be quite good, right? Boosts him up to what? 9, so still in flipping Horson range, of course. We don't even want to boost him though. Or if we go Phantom, it's more likely the Eredin sticks, right? They kill the Phantom. Hello, man from Passiflora. Look at the 3 points, man. Look at this broken card. Holy moly. Fits the deck perfectly. Non-devotion is just so much better because of this card as well. It's just the other big payoff, right? I mean, everything seems underwhelming to Fish Flapper, so that's the key thing. Fish Flapper Port was just broken. I've said it for many months, right? It's just broken, mate. It really is. Oh, mate, it really is. That really is what it's gonna be like. Yeah. Go Vader next. Vader Bruiser. This card's so good. Look at it. Jeez. Okay, we played 4 points less than we would. It's important to remember. On a Red Riders, right? Red Riders plays for 4 points more. But then we get, as a result, 3 extra turns. So we gives us 2 points on Red Riders. Plus 6 points. It's just good. It's just good. And it gives you points on the Foglet, of course. And look at the premium.
Don't trouble yourself with pleas for mercy. Best looking storm I've charmed up in a long while.
Bruiser coming in clutch yet again. Like, look how much better this is than a flipping dragon, mate. It's ridiculous. Could have, obviously we could have tried to roll Bounty, whatever it's called. Not even convinced it's worth going for the Bruiser here. Just yet. Might roll it here still.
Truly? Who made it yours?
I mean, we could have done this before, right?
Rubbish. This one has the life force of a cockroach.
Mate, Frost just feels so good, doesn't it? Just feels right.
15 years in the sewers begging like a beast.
Right, we'll take the Bruiser now.
Go on. Show me what this toy you wield can do.
This Bruiser's what, 11 points, basically? For 5? Ridiculous.
I can't wait to hear your wicked flesh sizzle.
That's kind of sad. What can you do? Do you reckon we get a better Heatwave than this? My feeling is no. The perfect amount of weather. The perfect amount.
I shall save humankind from what my visions portend.
Still close because of, you know, Jackpot being OP. Do we lose? It's really close, right? It's actually stupidly close. Oh no. Is this a loss? God. Maths isn't my strong point. I just don't like the fact we ended up with so many cards, so many provisions stuck in the deck. It's my biggest gripe with the deck. 3 points carryover on the Northern Wind, by the way. Yo, Zane. The 3 points carryover on the Northern Wind made a big deal, though, has to be said.